Are you hearing buzz about Iraqi Dinar redemption centers suddenly opening up this week? Buckle up, because what I'm about to break down might completely flip the way you see the IQD revaluation story. Social media is lighting up with bold claims, people saying the dinar's value has shot through the roof and that secret exchange locations are handling redemptions at special rates. But is that real? Or are we seeing another round of hype meant to spark hope and confusion? In this deep dive, we'll lay out the full truth. What's actually happening? What banks are really saying, and why these redemption center stories don't line up. Stick around till the end, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly where the IQD stands in 2025 and how to keep your money safe from misinformation. Every few months, new claims hit Facebook, Telegram, and YouTube about a massive Iraqi dinar revaluation, the so-called RV. These posts usually come packed with secret intel, private appointment lists, and urgent calls to act now. Some insist redemption centers are already open. Call this number. Others show blurry screenshots of supposed receipts with rates like $3 or even $6 per dinar. For many holders, this sounds like the long-awaited jackpot after years of waiting. But before anyone pops the champagne, let's take a breath. It's time to separate what's confirmed from what's just floating around online. Because when you dig in, a much different story starts to appear. One based on real banking policy and economic logic, not rumors or dreams. Let's start with the basics. Do redemption centers even exist? When people say redemption center, it sounds like some government-run exchange hub offering higher than bank rates. The reality's far less dramatic. Multiple bank reps have said clearly, no such facilities exist in the official U.S. banking system. Major banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America only deal with currency exchanges at official market rates, not secret or special ones. There are no hidden doors, no private waiting lists, and no underground exchange programs. If anything like that existed, it would need federal registration, strict oversight, and government approval. The U.S. has tough money exchange and anti-fraud laws, making it impossible for secret centers to legally or quietly operate. Now let's talk numbers. As of October 2025, the Iraqi dinar trades around $1 to roughly 1,320 dinars. That means one dinar is worth less than a tenth of a penny. The rate's been stable for months. There's been no sudden spike to $3, $1, or even 0.03 as some posts claim. For that kind of jump to happen, Iraq's economy would need to completely transform overnight, something no country on earth has ever done. These aren't just banking stats. They're mathematical facts. Exchange rates reflect a country's production, trade, reserves, and stability, not online excitement. So, where do these wild claims come from? When you trace the origins, most lead to small websites selling Iraqi dinars or pushing speculative investment schemes. Some of these pages have been around for years, repeating the same cycle, predicting an RV, naming dates, then quietly moving the goalpost when nothing happens. It's a pattern that keeps people hooked on hope. None of these outlets have any real government or banking data. Their info usually comes from forums, chat groups, or made-up intel. The confidence in their tone makes it sound official, but it's not. Let's go back in history for a second. The most famous example people use is Kuwait's currency after the Gulf War. Once the war ended, Kuwait's dinar regained its old value, but it didn't skyrocket thousands of times overnight. It was already strong before the conflict. The idea of the Iraqi dinar suddenly going from fractions of a cent to multiple US dollars isn't just unlikely, it's impossible without rewriting Iraq's entire economy. A move like that would shake global markets, crash trade balances, and mess up oil contracts everywhere. Central banks simply wouldn't allow that kind of chaos. Some argue Iraq's oil wealth could back a huge currency surge. Yes, Iraq is rich in oil, but oil alone doesn't make a currency strong. Stability, infrastructure, and trust matter even more. Right now, Iraq's still dealing with political and economic rebuilding. They've made progress, but there's still work to do before the dinar could climb significantly. Any future rise will be slow, public, and officially announced, not leaked through anonymous chat rooms. Now about those proof photos going around. Many of the so-called redemption centers turn out to be random office buildings, empty commercial spaces, or pictures pulled from real estate sites. Some appointment letters floating online are full of spelling mistakes or fake banking emails. That's a huge red flag. No real bank will ever email from a Gmail address asking for your details or fees up front. If you get messages like that, Delete them, block the sender, and report it. Here's how legit foreign currency exchange really works. You walk into a licensed bank, they check the current day's rate, usually pulled from official Forex platforms, and calculate the value minus a small service fee. That's it. No backdoor rates, no secret codes. It's all transparent, regulated, and simple. So, if anyone promises special private rates far above the market, that's your sign they're not legit. Let's talk about the psychology of all this. In times of uncertainty, when people worry about money or inflation, the idea of striking it rich from a small investment feels powerful. Everyone wants to believe in a life-changing moment. Scammers know that. They use emotional buzzwords, once in a lifetime, act fast, don't miss out, to lure people in. Hope can be inspiring, but it can also blind us. The best defense is solid, verified information. So what would it actually take for the Iraqi dinar to gain real value? Iraq would need long-term stability, serious economic reforms, less corruption, better infrastructure, and stronger ties with global markets. That kind of growth doesn't happen overnight. It takes years of consistent development. The good news? Iraq is moving in that direction. The reality? Real progress is slow. There's no magic button that multiplies currency value in a week. Another popular claim says the US government secretly controls the IQD revaluation. That rumor's been around forever, and it's just not true. No single government can change another country's exchange rate. Global currency values move based on markets, trade, and central bank policies, not secret political switches. Anyone claiming to have inside info from the Treasury or a backdoor plan is either misled or running a scam. If you already own Iraqi dinars, the smart move is to treat them like a speculative collectible, not a guaranteed payday. Keep them safe, but don't base your future around them. If Iraq's economy continues improving, the value might rise slowly over time. But any real change will come through official announcements, not internet whispers. And if you decide to exchange them, only use registered banks or verified currency services. Financial experts and agencies like the FTC have repeatedly warned about currency scams, especially with exotic currencies. They remind everyone, legit investments come with transparency, not promises. If someone wants upfront fees or guarantees profits, it's a scam. Real banks don't charge hidden costs before service. And they never offer VIP exchange rates. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Now let's look at how this misinformation spreads so fast. Most of it starts on small forums or influencer channels. One person says, "My cousin just exchanged." Another adds, "I saw the new rates," and suddenly it goes viral. When enough people repeat it, it feels real, even when it's not. Always check facts with official sources. Government sites, major banks, and legitimate exchange platforms. Popularity doesn't equal truth. Zooming out, in 2025, the global economy is still adjusting to inflation and shifting oil prices. The US dollar remains strong, and developing countries like Iraq are working on stability through slow, steady reforms. Iraq's central bank continues focusing on stability, not sudden revaluations. No credible financial institution has announced or hinted at an RV event, meaning all the hype you see online has zero official backing. So where does that leave everyone holding dinars? It leaves you with knowledge, and that's real power. You now understand how these stories start and spread. Instead of chasing rumors every few weeks, focus on genuine financial growth. Learn about real investments, diversify, and build wealth the sustainable way. Lasting success comes from education, patience, and smart decisions, not speculation. Here's the bottom line. As of October 2025, there are no verified Iraqi dinar redemption centers offering special exchange rates. All real transactions happen through licensed banks at official market prices. Don't let the noise steer your choices. Stay informed, stay alert, and never trust anyone promising overnight riches. If this breakdown helped you see things clearly, hit the like button and share it to keep others safe from misinformation. And don't forget to subscribe to Iraqi Dinar Hub for clear, fact-based updates. Remember, the truth is always your best investment.